What's up, guys? Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our quarterfinals matchup here, taking on Revan and the Green Bay Gallades. If you have not seen the team builder, I highly recommend checking that out. I did go in depth about what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, all of that good stuff. I talked about the end of the season for me and like what I think Revan's going to bring, what he brought last time, sort of analyze the game from last time. So it's much more in depth than usual, actually, and that's shocking because I usually go pretty in depth, but. Let's see if we're going to be in a good spot here. Okay, so he does bring the Dharm, which is good. He actually just swapped out... Okay, Lantern comes and Dharm comes over Amoonguss Skarmory. Wow! That is kind of massive. I'm not going to lie. That's pretty big for... it is pretty... I'm just going to ignore spectators and I'll get to that later. But that's pretty big for... Mimikyu, I think. Oh, he already pinged. Okay, let me just cross this game off on my list here. So, in terms of lead options, if I'm him, I probably lead Darkrai, Mew, Como-O, Darmanitan, Runerigus, any of those, right? So I think I'm just going to lead Chomp. I think I'm going to lead Chomp against like the Dharm lane. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we lead Chomp against the Dharm. This is a pretty free Toxic, I think. It's not like the Dharm is going to do anything to me. It's going to U-turn, take a bunch of chip, and I can get Toxic off on something. The Mew might be what comes in, but I'm kind of thinking it'll be the Runerigus. Yeah. Oh, he's not even going to risk it. Okay. So the Runerigus is... going to get the Toxic there, and what can I do now? I can go Tank Growth. It's not great for me though. Good Dragon Claw. There's a few options here. Runerigus, I'm guessing, is probably physically defensive, which is why he switched it in. So Dragon Claw is not really doing anything for me. If I just swap rocks, it's not terrible for me, but it's not great for me either. Like, ideally, I'm not just giving him Wandering Spirit, like Rough Skin here. That would kind of suck. Chipping this is going to open up a lot for Thundy, I think. I would like Rocks up for Dharm, though. I think I'm just going to trade Rocks with him. He's actually just going to burn me. Okay. I don't know that I hate that play, though. I mean, I imagine that you just click rocks here, no? I don't want to, like, waste Thundurus, but I have to imagine you just click rocks here. I don't want to, like, get myself in Poltergeist range, you know, but I also don't want to give this thing Rough Skin at all. I think I'm fine going Genesect? Question mark? Actually, what a really good question here is if I go Genesect, I sort of scout to see if I get the download boost. But if I get the download boost, do I just beat Dharm? No, okay. So I don't do enough damage to the Dharm at this point, actually. But I think I'm just going to go hard Genesect, see what this is. We do get the special attack boost, so it's physically defensive. In comes the Darkrai. So I'm a little bit worried about this being Incinerate this time. I really thought that he would just trade rocks there. Yeah, so I'm a little bit worried about this being Incinerate this time, because I brought it up, but maybe he won't be? Does it matter? I can kind of just always go Tank Growth here, no? I just go hard Tank Growth, see what this thing wants to do. I can get a Body Slam off. He's probably not going to want to go Rune. He'd probably go Como-O. The other option is staying in, but I don't think... Yeah, he's probably going to go for the attack. Okay, he goes for Dark Pulse, does 29. We see that it is not Life Orb, and it's not Specs damage either. So, it's like Modest Scarf again. It's a Modest Scarf, it looks like. What I think I'm going to do here is Body Slam the Como-O coming in. See if we can paralyze it. The fact that this is Modest Scarf is actually really good for Tangrowth. The Tangrowth can handle the Lantern too, as long as I don't get Scald Burn particularly. Oh, it's not Modest thingy. Ah, perfect. We get the para. I think I'm going to Brick Break here. I'd easily take... Oh, I don't easily take anything, apparently. Okay. But, like, what handles Genesect, though? Now that we got the para. +2 Ice Beam really killed me? I really thought that he would be Scarf, you know? Oh yeah, that was doing a ton. The fact that he's Modest lets him get that off, though. Yeah, I mean, I think Mimikyu is a good win con, but I don't know how to defeat the Darm, so I'm going to have to use, like, thing on that. I could go Mimikyu and just kill this, I think. Or I can go Genesect and I can Bug Buzz here. That's another option for me. The Darkrai will die. I'm not going to try and Rock Polish in front of a +2 Darkrai. Or do anything fancy with Thundy either. Genesect is looking like a win con. Both of them are good win cons for me. But Genesect can't miss. So we get the special attack boost, which is fine then. So Genesect against Darkrai. +1 Technoblast would even kill this, but I think I can just reliably Bug Buzz here. Because I know that I'm +1, Technoblast will bop the Como anyways, so we just get the Darkrai kill. Like I said, I wasn't going to Rock Polish in front of that, so he's probably going to go Darm here, if I had to guess. Actually, that would, like, objectively be his best play. Unless he's going Mew to, like, Flamethrower. Mew might be a bit of a problem now, by the way, with Tangrowth dead. So that is something to consider. He has to go Mew or Darm here, I think, though. Okay, he goes Mew, so presumably this has a fire move, which... I mean... Do I go Chomp here? He's got to be fast, right? Does he have room for a fire move? Flare Blitz, Lariat, Close Combat? Seems reasonable against my team, actually. I wonder if I just sack Genesect here, is it that bad for me? It's kind of bad, though, right? Because this is my best way to kill the rune. I think Cinderace is kind of expendable, so I'm going to go Cinderace. Fire Punch, it is. Okay, 14. So, let's change Flare Blitz to Fire Punch. The fact that it did 14 tells me this is max attack, probably Jolly. 13.6. So either way, it's probably max attack Jolly, right? Genesect would have died. So that is good to know. What I want to do here is Pyro Ball. But I think what I'm going to do is Zen Headbutt. No, I think a U-turn. Yeah, okay. U-turn on Rune. Oh, it's Rocky Helmet. Very cool, very cool. This lets me go Genesect, which should give me a kill. Could also Rock Polish on this, but then the Darm comes in either way. But I guess forcing the Darm in is better for me. So Rock Polishing here is probably for the best. What do I take? Okay, actually I'm curious about the defensive investment. So let's look at Runerigus against Cinderace. U-turn does 7. So it's definitely fully physically defensive. Fully physically defensive. I'll take about half from Poltergeist. I don't know that it has it. So I'm going to Rock Polish here. In comes the Lanturn. Lanturny boy, I'm going to Bug Buzz you. Just take a fat chunk. Scald's fine. Basically just Bug Buzz this thing to death. Force in the Darmanitan after this thing dies. Oh, really? That's an interesting... Okay. Bug Buzz again. Bug Buzz again. He's just getting burn chip on me. The Dharm is what comes in? Really? That was not a very good play, actually. I don't like this play on his part, just because I think he just loses the game now. Unless this is Tangaberry Mew. Durmantan? I mean, I did a lot. Like, Technoblast is really free for me. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter because the Dharm isn't switching out, right? But Technoblast would save me a turn in case the Como wants to switch in with Soundproof. So I guess I just Technoblast for the kill. Now what? You have 4 more burn turns, so I'm not going to be able to kill, assuming the Lanturn's actually going to protect on me. But you kind of have to give up a bunch of Pokemon, no? I mean, I just Technoblast this. There's no way this lives. What? It lived? Okay, that's cracked, bro. That's cracked. The fact that this lived is still fine for me, though, because I can just Psychic you. And Mew. Mew. Thunderous. I mean, he's actually in a really bad spot as long as I just kill this Mew. So, Mew. Dark Pulse is a chunk. I just Dark Pulse here, I think. 61. Possibly a flinch. Dragon Dance. Okay, so I still have my Mimikyu, which means I'm fine, question mark? Just Dark Pulse again. Am I? If this is triple Axle, Psychic Fangs. Okay, we're fine, actually. We're fine. In comes the rune. I do 58 to the GG. It should definitely be GG. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I don't really care about like score or anything, so I'll just Dark Pulse. And then I'll just Dark Pulse this. GG. So, we take a pretty convincing win. He had to sack a bunch of stuff to the Genesect because he sacked his Dharm? That was definitely a misplay on his part. I probably just lose this game. No, I don't think I lost the game to +2 Darkrai, regardless of the para, unless I missed Play Rough. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if he was Roselli Berry, because if he was, then I might lose. If he was Roselli Berry, then I probably did lose. I don't think Cinderace would have tanked, excuse me, +2 Modest. Dark Pulse. Nope, I do not. So, the para was actually really, really big then. I didn't think that he was just going to stay in on me. Like, that's kind of ballsy, if you ask me. So he could have been Chople for the Tangrowth? I don't really know. There's a couple of options for him there, but, I mean, he would have probably been relying on Mimikyu to not kill, right? Player off, if he was Roselli Berry, would not have killed him, but Player off plus Shadow Sneak, if I had it, might have. So there's a world where I'm running Shadow Sneak and Player off plus Shadow Sneak kills him. But, you know, all things considered, pretty happy with the outcome of this one. I had a few win cons. I managed to get Genesect off, and it just, like, barrel rolled through a lot of this team. How did I not kill the Como-O, by the way? I'm actually really curious about that one. Como-O +1 Technoblast did, just for fun's sake, 86%. So he was actually, like, Spadef Como-O. Could have possibly... No, he couldn't have been fully Spadef. That changes a lot, but I was still +1. He could have actually. I may have gotten like a near max roll on fully Spadef Como, but I think the instant that he ended up sacking his Darmanitan, he might have just lost the game, right? Like as soon as he sacked the Darm there, Genesect was free to just like click buttons over and over again because Darm was the only thing threatening the Genesect. I could not have killed the Darm after one round of rocks, so it was a very strange sack on his part. However, I was always going to go Darmanitan, or not Darmanitan, Garchomp on the Darmanitan after the fact to punish it. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on there. This is only the second playoff game in Zebstrika that is finished, but both myself and Zane have won at this stage. So I will be playing... Let's look at the playoff bracket here, just as a heads up for you guys. My opponent will either be Mike and the Tampier Haxorus, if he wins his game, I will automatically play Mike. Or one of Savage or Gry, whoever wins that game, if Amish wins. If Amish wins, then Zane is guaranteed to play Amish. If Mike wins, I am guaranteed to play Mike. There's no way that I can match up against Amish or Zane in the next round. It will either be Mike, Savage, or Gry. 2 of those are rematches. One of them is a new matchup. I did beat both of the other 2 in the regular season. So that's how things stand. And hopefully you guys really enjoyed this match. I had a blast, actually. And I'll catch you guys for semifinals.